product developer, and you have a flower shop, so do you floral design as well?
Oh gosh, that is what I have done
You're
since
right.
I was a wee little girl.
Yeah. Well, she's designing this for us to where we get this curated look. But the ease of being able to put these down inside of a container, it could be an urn or different vases. I've got some hanging baskets that they're hanging in spots that are really tough because there's too much shade or too much sun. Hard to get stuff to grow. These, I could just pop right down in and let them spill over, and hydrangeas happen to be my favorite flower.
I just love them. I never tire of hydrangeas.
Yep.
They are so difficult to grow in a pot.
Yeah.
So that's why I developed these. Now, this is the giant bunch that you're going to get. And I split them into 3.
Why did you do that?
You know what? So it gives you the diversity of using them separately, using them together, using them in a long container, using them anywhere you like. It's just easier. But these 3 picks are on a nice long pick, so you could put this right into your mulch, right into your pot, or right into your styrofoam or oasis. But they're already arranged, so it takes seconds. You'll get 3 hydrangeas on each of the 3 stems. You're going to get this beautiful fern. The texture of the fern in here is so pretty. I just love the hydrangea, the fern. That's a little delicate look. And then we have the variegated leaf of the hydrangea where you see all the leaves in it. And then this pothos that's hanging down. It just drips forever.
Well, it's 2 feet worth of impact. That's where I go, okay, now I love the look. It doesn't feel like something that, you went to a craft store and found. Now it's like, oh wow, is that real? So colors here, Barbara, that pink is really popular. So we've got the pink available. In the middle is the white, and then we've also got it for you in the blue for $34.12 with an easy payment of $11.37. And Barbara, word is, lots of shoppers are getting more than 1 set right now. So I'm glad to hear that, because once these sell out, we cannot reorder them. That's meaningful because there was another color at one point in time, but now we've got 3. So shop, save at a clearance price, budget it out with Easy Pay. The item number here is M61345. I know you hear from people all the time who say, I love the way that looks, but I am just not creative. I don't have the skills to be able to do that on my own. Can I show you how easy this is? I would love for you to do that.
Let's go over to this table over here for 1 second. So if you're entertaining inside or outside, I'm telling you, I'm going to empty this out just to show you how easy this is to do. So you have your 3 picks here with all this foliage and greens. Your empty pot with nothing.
Empty pot, nothing.
Or you could put oasis or your mulch and dirt in there. There's 1. I'm going to put a second one in there.
You could stop there, because
that
looks full.
But why not do a third in another container?
And layer it like that.
Layer it, or have 3 containers. Because this look is just so easy. Less than 30 seconds, you have your centerpieces made, and they're beautiful, and they're forever.
No potting soil, no water, no worries. Would you, though, leave this outdoors if it's not a covered area?
I would do it on a covered porch, and that is going to be where it's going to love it, or inside your house, or if you have an overhang that's going to give you shade for window. Look what we did here, and this is amazing. If you have a porch and window boxes that can never get the sun,
look at it.
This is a way to make it look amazing. And I do love mixing in, maybe I'll take a few potted ferns, something that likes shade, and add it to it, and that really will trick people's eyes. So this is actually 2 sets here. So for those people that are getting more than 1, you don't have to get the same color. We mix the blue and white here, and that gives you such a crisp, summer, nautical, fresh look. That blue and white is so on style, and it has been for years. It's going nowhere. It's a fabulous look. I love it inside the house too.
Pretty.
Put it in vases going down a table, 3 of them down a table and a long table. Amazing. And it's not just the spring summer season. This is throughout the year, hydrangea never goes out of style.
Yeah. Well, that's why for my wedding flower, I love them because they're so big.
Lush and juicy.
Yeah, kind of a statement, but classic, which I also like, you know?
But the live ones, if you have them in the sun, they go down in a second.
And they're so picky about soil acidity and all of these things.
Oh yeah,
so,
and then the color, you never know what the color is going to come up. This is going to be your color forever.
And they're it's not like a cut flower that's dying.
Yeah, this is that raspberry pink. We put it in the vase urn here at the front door. This is such a beautiful statement. It just shows from a distance. You will love that sherbety raspberry color.
That pink is popular.
So easy. I did put a little bit of styrofoam right in here, but literally 1, 2, and 3.
Wow.
You're done.
So pretty. And then
how
it just
easy is that to create a planter? I mean, I think that was 10 seconds.
Yes.
Done. All the work is done. All the foliage is there in the right spots. The drippy down adds that lush, delicious look to it. But that thick, juicy hydrangea is amazing.
Well, that's going to show up from a distance. I mean, you imagine like that's your front door.
Yeah.
And you live back away from the street, or where I grew up in the country, like there's a nice long dirt road that gets up to the,
and then wow.
It's nice to have stuff that shows
Right?
up and looks nice with no maintenance at all. I mean, spend your time doing other things, but you still want to have a beautiful space. That's why we love plants so much, because they bring our homes to life.
They do. They make us feel good.
Lifelike. I want to show you the greenery in particular, if we can do that live here momentarily. But here in the video, you were just seeing those beautiful colors. We've got 3 options for you within each one. Remember, you're going to get 3 separate pieces. So there are 1, 2, 3, and so if you wanted to break them up, you can. If you want to use them in the same arrangement, you're welcome to. And then do you notice there are 3 heads within each one of those in the set for $34.12, on Easy Pay for $11.37. So you could get a couple of them for around $22. You just let us know if you want the pink, the white, or the blue. The variegations in the leaves, it's one of my favorite things about what you've done here that does make them look
so
more
pretty.
Realistic than they would otherwise, for
yeah,
sure.
You know what? That is it. It's the detail of the leaves, the beautiful hydrangea that are really lush and full. But the vein in the leaf is so pretty. The fern gives you that separate texture of the delicate fern growing through the hydrangea. But then that drippy pothos that has that variegation in it too is so pretty. The green is a lush, deep green. And then the variegation in this is that more unusual of a little bit of a yellow in the variegation. So it really accentuates the flowers. You're not even sure, why is that pink so vibrant? It's that green that's accentuating it, that looks amazing. And if you decide to use these in your house, you're gonna love them too, because 3 down a table, if you're having guests over, this is going to look amazing as centerpieces.
Yeah.
You'll just love it.
Well, and it doesn't compete. There's no fragrance like with some flowers when you're serving a meal, and you just wonder, like,
so true.
Is it going to overwhelm the smell of the food?
Right.
No, when you do faux anything on a table, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, and I know our lives are so busy that we'll go away, we'll come home. I don't have time to be worried about how the flowers are going to look. These are always going to look this good. You don't have to worry about it at all. You add them to things like a wreath. Take a grapevine wreath.
What?
This, I know.
How
I want to do a workshop at our flower shop on
tell me, how would you do that
I would
with the thing in the back?
I would just wire. See, these bend around. Love it, I love doing workshops. I would just bend them, see how durable they are, and I would tie this with a wire right onto the wreath. And I love when people send me their photos of what they've created, and you could do them in 3 separate spots, or cluster them all at the bottom of the wreath and have that very expensive looking wreath at your front door with just the grapevine up here.
Yes, that would be beautiful.
Send pictures if you do it.
I think too, if you've got some special events that are coming up and you already know what the color story is going to be, what you're saying now to have a lot of that done by a floral designer would be cost prohibitive, and then you've still got these pieces after the event to be able to use. That's one of the things that we did for our wedding, was we did a lot of that on our own, and then we could still be able to use some of that after the fact. $11.37 on Easy Pay. So blue, that was the color a moment ago. There's white on your screen right now. And the white does punctuate any other colors that you're putting it around. The live plants that you might mix these in with look brighter and better with the white. If you're adding the white here to the pink or to the blue, you saw in the window boxes what a charming display that creates. And it's not just the color of the hydrangea. That's how you're making your choice. But it's what Barbara has done in giving us all of that greenery, the way that it spills, that it's thrilling in the impact that you get with this set. And I think that's why you're loving it and shopping for it right now. On clearance, that price now saves you $11 on one set. So if you want to be able to create some that looks like what you've seen here, where you need a couple of sets for a window box, for example, the clearance price is great for that, and so is that easy payment. One more thought here, Barbara, about why you wanted to bring these to us.
I just love the hydrangea. It's a flower that is very delicate when it's fresh, or a plant, it's very delicate. This is going to not be delicate. You're going to love using this. This white is something that if you love al fresco dining, the white at night in the moonlight is going to really show up. Mixing it with the pink or the blue is fabulous.
Thank you, Barbara, for being here. It's so nice to see you.
Thank you.
If you're just joining us, take a look at items recently on air at QVC.com, because Barbara also brought us a great way to help stake our live plants, and then also a cute